Hello, good day everyone. I am Shena Marie M. Jacob and now I will discuss how data travels the internet. So next slide. Internet. The internet is a worldwide system of interconnected computer networks and electronic devices that communicate with each other using an established set of protocol. So ayun no, internet is a global information highway na nagko-connect sa ating mga devices na para sila ay makapag-communicate and also makapag-share sila sa isa't isa ng data or the information. So ayun no, again, internet is a global network na nagko-connect sa ating mga computer through standard protocols. So next slide natin is server. A server is a computer or system that provide resources, data, services, or program to other computers, known as client over a network. So server is a specialized computer or system na dinesign o binuo to manage, store, and makapag-share ng resources or services sa iba pang mga devices over the network nga. Then, ano nga bang role netong server? Server is centralized resources in the network. So, ang role din nito is makapag-store ng data or the application and also process the request of the client from the client and share resources tulad ng mga files, database, and also the software. So, meron tayong iba't ibang types ng server. So, meron tayong web server, file server, database server, application server, also the email server. So, ito yung mga maibibigay kong example ng server. Then, next slide is client. A client is a computer that connect to a uses the resources of a remote computer or server. So, client, ito yung device like our computer or our smartphone and also the laptop na nakaka-access ng data or service na provide ng server. Next is a router. A router is a device that connect two or more packet switched network or sub-network. So yung router natin is may mahalagang ginagampanan upang masend nga yung data natin sa kanyang destination, Itong router is nagsiserve siya as traffic internet director na kung saan ay hahanapan niya yung data natin ng mas madaling way or path na masisend ng mabilis or makakarating ng mabilis yung data natin sa kanyang destination. Next one is data center. A data center is a physical room, building or facility that houses IT infrastructure for building, running, and delivering application and services. Itong data center ito yung facility na dinesign o tinayo upang maging bahay at ma-operate ng maayos yung mga IT equipment. So sabi, ito daw yung backbone ng maraming businesses at services from online banking to streaming video. So next slide na tayo. So dito na tayo sa how data moves through the internet. Ito din yung main topic natin. Then next slide. Dito makikita natin kung paano nga nag-move yung mga data natin through the internet. So mag-start ito sa application. Then next is data broken into pieces. Then router TPC. Next, modem. Then next is local ISP to long haul provider. Then border gateway protocol. Then next, any additional network exchanges. Then next is long haul provider of destination. And then next again, local ISP of destination. Then balik siya sa modem, router, and then packet reassemble, and destination server or computer. Then last one is balik siya or masisend na siya sa isa pang application or sa receiver na sinendan mo ng data mo. Then i-discuss natin to isa-isa. The first one is application. Galing syempre yung data from our application or sa device natin. Hinahanda nito yung data upang ma-send sa destination na pupuntahan nga ng ating data. So, example nito yung mga web browser or email client. Then, next one is data broken into packets. Pagka-send ng data, ay nahati ito into small pieces. Then, tinatawag nga itong packets. Each packet contains data and the header. The data is, ito yung original message. And then, the header, andito yung mga information bawat packets. So, sakop nito yung source IP address, destination IP, and order number. So, sa source IP address, ito yung the sender IP address. Ito yung galing sa atin. And then the destination IP, ito yung receiver IP address. Ito yung pagsesendan natin. Then the order number, yung pagkasunod-sunod ng packet within the message. So, bakit nga ba nahati? Maraming dahilan pero isa dito para matransmit siya more quickly and efficiency over the network. The packets are sent to a router or the TPC. TPC is the Transmission Control Protocol. Ginagamit ito to establish a reliable connection sa pagitan ng sending and receiving devices. This router ensuring na yung packets ay ma-arrive without error. Then, next is modem IP. Yon. So, sa modem, ay hinahandle nito yung conversation between digital and analog signal. So, the IP provides the addressing and routing for packets. Then, pagkatapos sa modem IP, mapupunta siya sa local ISP. Siyempre, yung data is isi-send nga natin, So, mapo-forward nga ito sa ISP or the user internet provider. And then, yon. Sa user internet provider na nagko-connect sa individual devices to the larger internet infrastructure, so the ISP ensure your data travels smoothly. Then, next one is the long-haul provider. So, the ISP rely on long-haul providers or the backbone network. So, ito nga daw, yung long-haul provider is a backbone ng networks. Ito yung nagdadala ng mga data packets sa malalayo ang distance over fiber optic cables or the satellites. So, after sa long-haul provider, dito na tayo sa BGP or Border Gateway Protocol. So, this BGP helps router communicate and determine your best path para ma-reach ng data natin yung destination network. After the BGP, dito na tayo sa any additional network exchanges. So, sa pagta-travel ng data natin, yung mga packets ay dumadaan sa iba't ibang network exchanges o hubs habang papalapit na nga siya sa destination. Then, next natin dito is the long-haul provider of destination. Then, ang mga packets ay nakakarating na nga sa long-haul networks na pinakamalapit sa destination ISP. Then, next is local ISP of destination. So, yun. Next is destination ISP. Receive the packets galing sa long-haul provider and then, ipapasa ito sa specific area. Then next, at the destination, the ISP modem converts your data back into digital form upang maihatid na ito sa susunod pang step. The next destination is the modem IP. The ISP's modem converts your data back into digital form upang maihatid na ito sa susunod na step. Then, the next step is in the router. At the receiving end, i-arrange neto yung packets according to TPC instructions upang masigurado kung kumpleto ang mga packet at kung tama ba ang pagkakaayos. Then, after the router is, ayun na, dito na tayo sa packet reassembles. Then the TCP reassemble packets in the correct order. Yun, syempre, upang mabuo ang original message from the sender. Then after reassemble, destination server or computer. Then pag nabuo na nga ang data, masisend na siya sa marisend o marireceive na siya ng target device like the computer or the server. Then lastly, the data is finally received to the target application. So that's all. To give you a better understanding of this topic, I would like to share a short video that illustrates how data flows on the internet.
Welcome to Data Flow on the Internet. The Internet is a worldwide collection of computers that are linked together. These global connections form a common wide area network, also known as the World Wide Web. This global connection allows you to exchange information with someone down the street or halfway around the world at any time of day, 365 days a year. Let's look at what happens when you press the Enter key on your computer and send information out to the World Wide Web. The information you send is broken into smaller pieces called data packets. This allows people around the world to use the Internet at the same time. Your information is sent through the Internet as small data packets and reassembled at the receiver's computer. Let's compare how data flows on the Internet to how cars travel on streets. The data packets from your computer are sent to your Internet Service Provider, or ISP, which sends them out to the Internet. Just as streets have speed limits for cars, the speed at which your data packets travel is dependent on your Internet connection. High-speed connections like DSL, wireless, and mobile broadband allow data packets to travel at faster speeds than slower connections like dial-up and older broadband. The speed at which your data packets travel is also dependent on the size of the data packets. Just like large trucks take longer to get up to speed and may travel at a slower speed, larger data packets travel more slowly and take longer to reach their destination. Each data packet contains a piece of your original information, as well as your IP address and the address for the destination computer. It may also contain a sequence number if the application you use to send the information is guaranteeing its delivery. The data packets may also contain other bits of information needed for controlling and checking their content. Just like cars may use different roads within a highway network to reach the same destination city, your data packets may use different routes within the internet network to reach the same destination computer. In this example, all of the red cars have the same IP address. This means the cars have the same origin and destination. They are, however, all traveling on different paths to reach that destination. The internet is a series of many interconnecting networks. To help manage traffic on your local roads, a traffic cop directs and monitors traffic. The internet uses a router as its traffic cop. The router determines the best path for the data packets depending on the speed and number of other traveling data packets. Internet routers regularly communicate with each other so they know what routes provide the fastest delivery. These routes are stored inside the router's memory and are called routing tables. Just as traffic patterns can vary because of the amount of traffic, construction, and road conditions, internet patterns can also vary depending on the amount, size, and type of data being sent. This means that your data packets may not always take the same path to reach their destination. In fact, some data packets may arrive out of sequence because of delays, or they may not arrive at all. If you've ever used the internet to listen to music or watch a video that cut out or looked pixelated, you've experienced high data traffic. Eventually, your data packets will reach the destination computer's ISP. Just as highways have on and off ramps, the local ISP is the destination computer's off-ramp for your data packets. All ISPs have their own router that knows the final path to the destination computer. While these routers do interact with the internet, their purposes are to know the fastest routes to the customer's computers and provide an on and off-ramp to the internet. When your data packets arrive at the destination computer, it starts the process of reassembling the packets. If the packets contain sequence numbers, the computer assembles them in the correct order and requests the retransmission of any packets that were lost during the journey. This concludes our journey of data flow.
From this video, these are the key points to remember. All data is broken into smaller parts for transmission over the internet. Not all data packets take some route between the sending and receiving computers. The application used to send the information determines if the delivery of the data packets is guaranteed. And then also the speed at which data packets travel is affected by the internet traffic. So, that's all. Thank you for listening. And sana may natutunan kayo sa akin na kung paano nga ba na yung data or the information natin is nagta-travel and kung paano nga siya nasisend sa ating mga receiver ng ating mga data. Again, thank you.